In today's video, we're going to take a look at some new interesting add-ons for 2D animation, tearing cloth, stylized trees and plants, cameras, and more. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. We're going to start with Simple Animation Graph, which is a new add-on by Addons that basically lets you animate your 3D models as if you are doing 2D animation, which is really cool. So instead of manually setting tons of keyframes, you draw an animation path right in the viewport, drop a few markers to adjust timing, and the add-on then generates the motion for you. The thing is, it is inspired by traditional 2D timing charts, so you can sketch how an object or bone should move, and the tool converts that into a smooth 3D animation, including rotations and easing. This add-on has been in beta for a while, and now it is officially out, with future updates hopefully coming soon. Speaking of updates, Simply Tear Pro is an add-on for creating realistic cloth or object tearing effects, and the recent version 2.0 update made it even better. The 2.0 update introduced dynamic tearing, meaning your cloth or material can tear progressively, during animation that is, not just instantly. It even added an activated object feature that allows tear to trigger when, say, another object collides with it, which is great for ripping clothes in a collision. Simply Tear also comes with multiple tear methods, in addition to multiple presets including rough, regular, sharp, and so on, for different styles of ripping. Combine it with Blender's cloth physics to watch the material realistically react as it rips, making it great for things like, bottom damage, horror scene effects, or any creative destruction. The update has many other details that I will cover in a full video on CG Vortex YouTube channel. Stylized Forest Generator, on the other hand, is great for creating beautiful stylized nature scenes. So using geometry nodes, you can scatter and grow trees, bushes, flowers, grass, and more to create a lush forest in just seconds. At this point, I feel like all vegetation add-ons kind of do the same things, but this one has one of the coolest things, which is the painting mode. You literally paint on the terrain to define where different elements go, so you can paint areas for dense trees, clearing paths, pods, etc. And the add-on handles the scattering and variation automatically. In addition, it comes back with 250 plus handcrafted assets, from stylized trees and plants to rocks, leaf piles, you name it, all integrated into Blender's asset browser. And by the way, there is also a lightweight mode, which reduces plant count from 80 to 90% for a smooth viewing and editing experience. And there's even a viewport-only specification, which hides most plants until render time. On the other hand, Baga Cam Osl is a new camera effects add-on by Antoine Bagatini, which adds real lens-like effects to Blender's cameras using the open shading language. So it basically turns your camera into a shader, allowing you to apply things like lens distortion, custom bokeh shapes, and split diopter focus directly in camera rather than doing it in post. And because it operates within cycles as a camera shader, these effects are physically correct in the render. For example, you can add chromatic aberration or a tilt shift blur, and it will respect motion blur, depth of field, and transparencies as if you had a real modifier lens. Baga Cam also comes with a library of OSL camera presets, which you can browse and apply, and then tweak parameters interactively. You can do funky stuff like a fisheye distortion, vintage-less vignette, anamorphic bokeh, swirly bokeh patterns, and even a split diopter effect, in addition to other things you will find when you explore the add-on. Another interesting add-on is called MeshWrap. MeshWrap by Kiri engine is a free add-on actually, which helps with environment creation by wrapping detailed 3D scans or meshes onto other surfaces in Blender. Think of it as a smart shrink wrap. You can take a high detail terrain scan, for example, and project it onto the base plane or maybe a landscape mesh without losing all that detail, avoiding that blobby look, typical of basic shrink wrap. And as you might have guessed, this is useful for photogrammetry enthusiasts. You can scatter multiple scanned pieces of ground or maybe rocks over terrain and have them conform nicely to the shape below. The add-on includes tools to help wrap and place the scans too, by the way. For example, it provides mesh alignment helpers so that your scans are oriented correctly, that is, before wrapping. There is also a scattering function for distributing many pieces across the surface with controls to manage density and avoid overlaps, in addition to other things. Yet with another free add-on, Default Models by CG Matter brings a bunch of iconic benchmark 3D models straight into Blender's add menu. With this, You will find classics like the Yoda teapot, the standard bunny, and the standard dragon ready to drop in your scene. These models are famous in the CG industry. You know, they have been popular since forever. The teapot is a classic test object that appears in many renderers. The standard bunny and dragon come from a 3D scanner repository and they are used in tons of demos. It is nothing fancy really, with no extra functionality beyond inserting the mesh, but if you ever need these legendary test models, for example for benchmarking or maybe learning purposes, this helps a lot. The next one is called Polydome. Polydome is for lighting your scenes with HDRIs in a smarter way. We've actually seen a bunch of add-ons like this, so why is this different? Well, in essence, it is a one-click HDRI dome setup, which not only loads your HDR environments, but also creates a perfectly matching ground plane with proper shadows, reflections, and even extra effects like puddles. The idea is to make your 3D models look grounded in the HDRI environment almost instantly. So with the add-on, you can just drag and drop an HDRI, and by the way, it is optimized for use with Polyhaven Asset Browser, but can work with any HDRI, and it will automatically handle seamless floor integration, meaning it projects the HDRI ground correctly onto the floor, so your object doesn't look like it is floating in the scene. It also gives you controls for things like adjusting HDRI resolution for performance, toggling the visibility of the dome, and adding procedural water puddles for tweaking floor reflections for realism. Also, I want to talk about Cloudify. Cloudify is actually a fascinating new modifier by Mark Kingsnorth that literally turns any mesh into a volumetric cloud. So by using Blender 5's new volume simulation grids, Cloudify takes your object shape and converts it into a foggy and fluffy volume, essentially letting you distort a mesh into a cloud form with noise and turbulence applied. For example, you can take a text logo or maybe a 3D model and you can cloudify it, so it looks like it is made of smoke or vapor. The add-on provides a non-realistic modifier with lots of controls. You can, for example, adjust the voxel resolution, density, and size of the cloud, how much it expands beyond the original shape, and apply different noise patterns like standard noise, Voronoi, and even custom to get that billowy look. It also has curl noise displacement built in, which is great for adding those wispy swirls that real clouds have. Once you like the result, you can even bake it into a VDB file right from Blender, which you can use elsewhere if you want to. Last but not least, we're gonna see another add-on by CGMatter. HDR Dome Projection is an add-on that fixes a common issue with using HDRI environment maps for rendering. As you know, normally HDRIs are mapped spherically, which is fine for backgrounds and lighting, but since HDRIs are captured from the ground level, the ground in the image often doesn't align perfectly with your 3D ground, and this add-on creates a proper half-down projection so that the HDR's ground is correctly projected as floor for your scene. So it sets up the world shader so that you'll get accurate ground lighting and reflections from the HDRIs and a correct sense of scale, all without needing actual ground geometry. The good thing is that your object will cast realistic shadows, I mean on the visible ground that matches the HDRI, and reflections will hit that ground as they should, making the object look like it is truly in the environment. And here's the thing, unlike hacks such as mapping the HDRIs on the flip sphere or manually flattening the bottom, this method doesn't increase render times or complicate your scene, so I think it is a great solution. And there you have it guys. If you are interested in these add-ons, you will find all the necessary links in the description. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.